What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's here. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please put a number one in the chat. Please put a number one in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we start today's show. Put a number one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into today's show. We got to talk about this. We have to talk about this. So let's see who can hear me. Let's see. Okay, let me get some more ones. I need a few more ones. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Sound off in the chat room. Sound off in the chat room. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. I need to know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into the show. Let's see. Okay. Audio's good. Okay, awesome. That's what I need to know. Okay, shout out to y'all. Welcome back to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and share the show. Hit that like button and share the show. Share the show on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you guys share today's show. Do me a favor and share today's show. That'll be very much appreciated. Share today's show. Let me give some shout outs before we get into today's show. Let's give some shout outs. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to Mrs. Queen. She says, if the men weren't there to negotiate with the women, then they should have kept them out. But now even the women that support the men feel alienated. Just bit of spilled tea. Hey, I can't disagree with that. Shout out to you, Mrs. Queen. Hey, Toya. What's up, Toya? Shout out to Miss Queen in the building. I appreciate you always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you. Seth's son in the building. He said, wow, so we ain't got our sound no more. Shout out to my man, Seth's son. Salute. Shout out to my comrade in the building. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. Salute. DC in the building. What's good, DC? Greetings from the outer rim. Peace to the chat. Shout out to the bro, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. You have stayed on message and the mission. Great work you have done over here, bro. I appreciate that, DC. Salute. I appreciate that, my brother. Shout out to Bob in the building. Salute to you, Bob. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and share the show. Y'all see today's show. We're going to get into it. See, because we got to understand, man, that We can't keep doing the same shit over and over and over and expecting a different result. You see? Today's show. This is why women should have never been in men's space. This is why women should have never been in a men's space. Now, this is not the stream where we're going to condemn women. Okay? Shout out to Bunny. Good to see you, sweetheart. Right? This is not that stream because I know it's what y'all think, right? But I'm going to prove why women was never supposed to be in men's space. See, because me, DS1 of Sheep Stay Sleep TV, I was one of the brothers who was, as a content creator, let's make this clear, not just as a brother who support the space, not just as a supporter in the chat room, not a supporter behind the scenes, not a sponsor, not an investor, but a direct content creator in the space, right? Hey, ES, shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton. Salute my brother, right? But as a content creator, I specifically, and I said this years ago, right? I specifically said and showed why women did not need to be here. I did this years ago. I spoke on all of this bullshit that you see going on now about relationships and dating and all of these topics. I spoke on this. YouTube matchfinder.com. Y'all can go and check the stream. That's the name of the stream. YouTube matchfinder.com. And the reason why I tagged in from a woman's perspective is because me in particular, was specifically hard on those ladies. Y'all can ask them. When they first came around, I was hard on them. Me, on Sister George and Concrete Rose. I did streams about them. If you ever hear covert hyena running around here, that came from me. From the stream that I done on Concrete Rose and Sister George. Yeah, these are facts. Shout out to Auntie. What's up, Zahara? Good to see you. Y'all can go and ask them. I was hard on them. You know why? Because I didn't want them here. You know why I didn't want them here? For the same reasons why you niggas are complaining now. Same reasons. See, because I don't have a problem with women. I don't have a problem with women being around me. I don't have a problem being around women. But you know who has a problem with that? You niggas. It was y'all niggas. Y'all cannot coexist with women. Y'all cannot cohabitate with women. I knew that y'all will not be able to work with women without trying to sleep with them. Without things becoming about sex and relationships and all the shit that we've been talking about for the past 4 goddamn years in the space. Where if we go back to 2017, this is when the space was talking about man shit. Okay? This is why I was hard on them. Because I already foresaw what this was. I knew that the majority of the dudes in the space weren't strong enough to have women around. I knew that we would get off a course. But of course, DS1 never knew what the fuck he was talking about. DS1 was just coming in and trying to take over. I didn't know what I was talking about. This is why I gave them ladies a hard time. This is why. Because I was trying to run their ass off. But guess why they stood strong? Not because of their content, not because of the support, but because who gave them the green light to be here? And you know who that was? Mumia Obsidian Ali. That's who gave Sister George and Concrete Rose the green light to be in the manosphere space. Did you know that? Go ask her. That's who gave him the green light. He literally did a whole show welcoming them to the space as female content creators. Obsidian done this. And when he done that, I got on their ass. Ask him. I got the streams to prove it. There's no lying here. And you know why? I was trying to run their ass off because I knew, number one, let me keep it real. Number one, at this time, right? Dudes in the space had a love-hate energy for Sister George. Because Sister George came from talking shit about niggas. See, y'all, Sister George and Concrete Rose come from talking shit about black men. Y'all forgot? See, I remember them from back then when they was with Nyla. They was talking shit about niggas. You see? So I was wondering, like, hold up, Obsidian. How dare you let them come over here? What are they doing over here? What's up, Sister George? What's going on? What's up, Shannon B? Salute. Tony Anthem's in the building. Man, you already know, bro. You already know. Come on. And that was their response. Their response to me was, well, who are you to tell us we can't be here? DS1. Obsidian said we were allowed to be here. You see? So you can't tell us nothing. They stood on that. You see? So this is not about banging on them. This is a message to you niggas. Because remember, it took a man to allow women in a man's space. So there is no they just got here and by default. No. Every woman who was a content creator and who was allowed to be in a black manosphere was co-signed by a black manosphere pillar. All of you. You didn't come here by yourself. You didn't earn your way in here. No. What's up, Miss Brooklyn? Sister George says, actually, I was more of a pick-me when I came in. I used to get into it with yeah, and I remember you used to talk your shit too. Okay. After a while, they got tired of you. You became a pick-me when you wanted a husband. And when you found one. See, when you found your black manosphere husband, you became a pick-me. we okay. We remember, Sister George. Okay, we remember. Shout out to Curlin. We remember. You came to the manosphere, got you a husband. That's when you became a pick-me. When you had your eyes on your husband. That's when you became a pick-me. That's when they called you a pick-me. That's when they ain't want to fuck with you no more. I know. You was with your husband before you got here. I know that. They start calling you a pick-me when you got with them. Yeah, your people over there. The B1 people. They start fucking with you. They start fucking with you. We remember, okay? We not gonna stay focused on that because this is not about y'all. See, I just want to answer why y'all should have never been here and why I was trying to keep y'all away from here from the beginning. Hey, Camille, good to see you. See, because what y'all going through now is what I was trying to save y'all from. See? Because I already knew that if the men, right, wasn't focused on the shit that they needed to focus on, they would focus on the women. And that's what happened. When the women came, that's when the relationship talk came. That's when it became YouTubeMatchfinder.com. That's what it became. Dudes are looking for women to hook up with. And I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. And this is why we are where we are now. Nothing is done. Nothing has been built. Right. Pepperidge Farm remembers. We remember. We know what happened. We know that once women were allowed to be in the space, these niggas got off course. You niggas got off course. The conversation drastically changed. Hey, Miss Angie. Good to see you. The conversation amongst the men drastically changed. See, because before you had guys in the manosphere that men specifically went to get information about women. We had Alan Roger Curry, we had Ron Wills. You see? So we didn't have to have gender and relationship conversations. You see that? This is before women got into space. You see? All of this stuff was being hashed out on the BGS show. BGS for Men, the Coliseum show. Men talked about everything. On other platforms, men came to other platforms to hear specific guys speak on certain things dealing with them as men. So we didn't have to talk about relationships because we had relationship guys. We didn't have to talk about dating and who was worthy of this and who was worthy of marriage and all of that bullshit. Because we had men who said, listen, oh, you want to become a husband? Then you need to work on this. Then you need to work on that. So we didn't have to talk about all of the shit that has been wasted time. But this is what happens when we allow women in men's space. Niggas get goofy because a lot of niggas don't have self-control. And then let's just be honest. The women who came to the manosphere and who was allowed to be in the space, let's just be honest. They're not ugly. For the most part, guys like y'all. Guys find y'all attractive. So with that being said, niggas is going to spend more time looking at y'all on camera and sending y'all money to look at y'all than to patronize the men who's teaching them what they need to know. So the men begin to self-sabotage, and they don't even see this. Most men don't see this. But this is what happens. What's good, Primo? This is what happens. This is why I said, let's stop talking about women. This is why. This is why I said this. Not because I had something against women. Y'all know I don't got nothing against no women. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm not beefing with women. Y'all know that. But at that time, I took a stand, right? I took a stand because I wanted the men to understand that we needed to protect our space. See, you niggas took it as me bombing on Sister George and Concrete Rose at the time. That's how y'all took it. But that was me guarding and protecting our space. That was me showing y'all that we should take what we do serious. And we should not allow anyone, not even women, to penetrate what we're doing. Because we can deal with women on the outside. They can deal with us on the outside. You see? And honestly, I don't believe them women would have had any problem with it. But you niggas didn't want to enforce it because DS1 said it. See, this is why I say we got to heal before we build. See, because y'all was purposely against certain dudes who were for the upliftment of the men. You niggas were purposely against them, and y'all did things purposely to spite them. And look what you've done. Look what you've done. This is why I say we got to heal before we build. You niggas, a lot of you niggas are jealous. A lot of you niggas don't know how to support each other. You see? Because the way y'all look at shit, y'all look at shit in a childish way. And this is why shit is the way it is now. It's the way it is now because niggas didn't want to stand on nothing. And number one, we didn't want to keep women out the space. Because with women, we know what they bring. We know what they bring. They're going to bring a whole nother conversation. The shit that we talk about, this is boring. Yeah, because you're not supposed to be here. But women are going to be women, and they always going to want to know what men are talking about. I spoke on this before. That's how women are. They're like that from little girls. They always want to peek in and listen in and see what the grown men are doing. That don't mean we let them in. Astral Atmosphere, salute. That don't mean we let them in. That don't mean we let them join the conversation and put their 2 cents in and, oh, well, you know, I feel like this and I think this and, you know, you wait outside. It's some refreshments out there. Go sit down and wait. That's how we were supposed to conduct this space. You can watch and you can support, but no, you cannot be a part of it. Why? No. But why? No. Because we have to stay focused as men. We didn't stay focused on what we needed to once the women got here. It turned into Goofy Land. Which dudes was that? Let's roast them right now. I need names and I will be on them cats. No doubt, Era Black. My brother Ronan says, besides, how can you invite others to a space that hates constructive systems, order, and structure? Exactly. 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 Which is why once the women got here, shit got worse. It's not like they made it worse. It just got worse. Because now these niggas had they had motive to show off. It was easier for arguments to ensue because women is around. And you know, some dudes, they don't want to get embarrassed because the women are around. This is why they didn't need to be around. See, you niggas always talk about, oh, at a certain age, you should take your son from the mother and you raise him because if not, he'll grow up effeminate. Yeah, you niggas were not taken from your mothers. This is why you niggas are effeminate. That's why y'all fought tooth and nail to keep the women here. Because it's not like niggas didn't say, oh, well, should we keep the women or shouldn't we? No, let's keep them. Why not? Shit, let's keep them. And you know what y'all number one reason for keeping them was? Because they gonna bring more money to the space. Now, intellectual novice, salute. Now, granted, they're gonna bring more money. But if they're bringing money, you think they're not gonna want none of it? You see? Why couldn't we trust in ourselves enough as black men to come together, right? And all of our platforms, we put it together as a conglomerate, because that's what the black manosphere was supposed to be, a conglomerate of black male content creators, and we create our own market. Why use black women? So we're going to use black women as the narrative to tell black men why they need to be better. And we're going to use black women to help promote us. What is going on here? Then you wonder why Sister George and Concrete Rose did that show the other day. You wonder why Danica Marie feel the way she feel. They had no business being here. And now they feel misused. They had no business being here. Now, you niggas might have just created more enemies. You see? And what's going to happen is if these women decide to bomb on you niggas, the men who they don't bomb on, you niggas going to take offense to it and start coming at us. You see how this works? You see how we self-sabotage black men? By bringing black women into a space, number one, that wasn't safe, that wasn't secure. Not even for us. We didn't even make sure it was safe for us, but we brought our women in it to use them, to misuse them. When they would have never been in that predicament if we wouldn't have never put them here. To ever have to question ourselves on whether we should treat our women this way. This is why I said, let's not have them here. But what do weak ass niggas always do? They want to pull seniority. Well, you can't really call no shots. Instead of niggas looking at the big picture. Instead of saying, well, this brother, well, let's think about what he's saying. Let's listen to what he's saying. Because now we back to square one. You see? See what happens? Shout out to everybody in the building. You see? It has nothing to do with being against women. That call was to protect our space and to protect the women from any hurt, harm, or danger that will come from the space. You see? Danica wouldn't feel the way she feel. Sister George and Concrete Rose, they won't feel the way they feel. If the men implemented the 4 P's, protection is one of those. But guess what's the first step of protection? Prevention. So a lot of these things that I said in the past was to prevent things from hurting the space in the long run. While you niggas thought I was trying to take nigga spots and call shots, that's weak nigga shit. If you know you earned your spot and you standing on it, why you feel threatened? You see? You can't protect if you can't strategically put in a line of defense of prevention. You see? That's part of protection. That's the first line of protection. Prevention. And I spoke on this a long time ago. The first line of protection is prevention. This is why I said they don't need to be here. It was to protect the space and to protect the women. So now they don't have to feel taken advantage of. You see that? Because they wouldn't have never been here to feel any of this. But I was trying to take people's spot and coming in trying to bogart shit and all of that. Now look at us. And you niggas have the nerve to be dissing black women. The same black women who supported us. When none of this shit would have happened, none of this would have even been an option, they wouldn't have been here. If they wouldn't have been here. You see that? What's good, Curlin? Curlin says, regardless of the warnings, notices, and all. He said, you know what, bro? DS1, I've been thinking about this for a while now. Truth be told, I think it was a cycle that was inevitable. If it wasn't Babe, Concrete Rose, Kendra, etc., it would have been some other chicks. It would have happened later. Regardless of the warnings, notices, and all. At the end, it was a lesson that men and women had to learn. Get what I'm saying? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it could have been avoided. I don't think it was inevitable. I think it could have been avoided because, and you noticed, Curlin, because you was around, there was a lot of things and a lot of decisions that were made by the men intentionally to spite other men. It had nothing to do with nothing but hatred and spite for one another. And those decisions cost the men and the women. You see what I'm saying? See, because Obsidian only allowed them to come here to spite Angry Man because he co-signed Kendra to be in the space. All these niggas, it was an ego match, bro, between the men. And they used the women. They used them. They used them. That was wrong. That wouldn't have never been an option if they wouldn't have never been allowed to be here. Because we know as men, that's what weak niggas do. They weaponize women against one another. That's what weak suckers do. And that's what them niggas did. Absolutely, Miss Queen. But notice what I'm saying. I'm saying misused. Notice what I'm saying. Misused. The women were misused. The women shouldn't have even been here to be used in what we saying this space was about. So even if we're gonna keep it on a positive level, we never needed y'all. If we standing on what we say the space is about, we never needed women to use y'all for anything. We never needed y'all to use y'all, let alone misuse y'all, because that's what happened. Y'all were misused. Y'all weren't used. Y'all were misused. And that could have been avoided if y'all were not here for that to happen. Because y'all got caught up in between niggas' egos. So they start using women as firepower and trying to draw their line and have their own little armies. That's what these niggas were doing. That had nothing to do with black male empowerment. That had nothing to do with black male progression. Nothing. Nothing at all. This has something to do with black men. So black women shouldn't be used for nothing at all. This got something to do with us. Now, if there's black women who are willing to participate, they should be allowed to participate, but in the background. You're not allowed to be a content creator in a male space that's representing black male empowerment. No. You should be empowering women. We don't need you for that. We don't need you to fight our war. And this is what these guys were doing. And men know that that's what weak men do. We know this. We know. You see? Men know, we know this. This is why they shouldn't have been around. Because that's when it became, well, let's talk about relationships. Well, let's talk about why they won't listen to us. Then it became, well, let's try to bring these women back to the table. Then it became about black love. And this happened because what? Women were bringing more subscribers to these dudes' channels and they were making more money. But moving further and further away from the mission of the space. And this is why the women who've helped these guys feel the way they feel. And they have all rights to. Because it's like, hold up, nigga. I helped y'all, and y'all ain't even give us no praise. So this is how y'all do us? This is my point. This is why they never should have been here. This is why, growing up, when the men went in the room and closed the door, you were sneaking and peeking and listening at the door. And if you had a sister or a female cousin, you know the real nosy one always try to make up a reason why somebody need to open up that door. And all I've been saying, and since I've been saying for years now, we should have kept the women at the door. Let them stay at the door and wonder what the men are doing, not know what we're doing. You see? Because this is supposed to be a think tank for men. So why the hell do the women know exactly what we thinking and what we planning and what we getting ready to build? Why do they know this? Why are black men operating like this? When we know women run their mouth. This is a natural occurrence for women. They get excited, their mouth get to running. So if they hear something, oh, they doing this. Bop, 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 bop. Get on the phone. Yeah, my man part of this, girl. Yeah, and him and his homeboys get ready to do this. Yeah. Now, she don't know where that message going to get to and who going to find out, which can sabotage what we planned. This is why we don't need them around. This is why they shouldn't be here. This is why they can turn around and use shit against us that they saw us do and heard us say. Because they're here. Because they're here. We gave them the access. We gave them the access. Now they can say, oh, y'all niggas ain't building shit. How they know? Because they're here with us. That's how they could say, you niggas ain't about shit. You niggas ain't about building nothing. You thought I was feeling you? Why you think they could do that? Because they're here. And then you niggas get mad and want them to tell them to shut up and all of that, but you done let them in the goddamn room. Now they know we're in there smoking weed. Now they know we're in there drinking Hennessy. Now they know we're in there gambling. She didn't know that as a little girl. She always wondered why her and her grandfather and all them used to be in a room for 2 hours, and then her grandfather come out hours later smelling like whiskey and come and put money in her hand. She don't know why that happened. You know why? Because those men kept her little ass out the room. You don't be around men. You don't listen to what men talking about and what men are doing, because women run their mouth. Where's the masculinity at around here? Oh, the masculinity is in you niggas' wallets. The masculinity is in you niggas' cars. It ain't in you. See, I come from men that your woman don't just know every goddamn thing. So she could go and tell her goddamn friends. Girl, you just don't know. And then let me tell you how women are. Your woman homegirl will know what kind of man you are. So she'll literally come to your homegirl house, come to your house, or invite her to her house, have her start drinking so she could get the run in her goddamn mouth. Yeah, girl, we lit tonight. Yup, I got some wine. Yup, I want to hear it. And she tell all your business, nigga. All the shit that she done heard you and your homeboys getting ready to do. She go tell her homegirl. Where's the man shit at? Where's the manhood at? No, you don't need to know that. Which I was doing in there, Grandpa, being men. Y'all remember that, don't y'all? Sound off in the chat, ladies. What's up, Taylor? Midtown Pookie in the building. What's up, Oz Nation? Y'all remember that? With our grandfathers and uncles, great uncles. Grandpa, what's that smell? That's grown folk stuff. That mean don't ask another question. What happened to those type of men? What happened to us, black men? Where you ain't gotta keep going over and over and over and over. What are we doing? They was never supposed to be here. You want to know what the black manosphere about? You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it in the content. You'll see brothers supporting each other. All the content creators in the space supposed to have 1,000 in the box. We all supposed to support each other. And the women was supposed to watch. They weren't supposed to be a part of it. They were supposed to watch. See that? They're supposed to watch. They're supposed to see black men unifying, see black men doing business. They're supposed to be able to sit there and watch it. Why do you think women like to watch sports? Why do you think they like to watch basketball, sit at the park and watch us play basketball and shit? That's what they supposed to be doing. Sitting there watching us prosper in this space. They're not supposed to be here and giving they 2 cents, because we might have a stream where we say some flagrant shit, but it don't have nothing to do with them. But they want to chime in. Now they want to give their perspective on what they just heard. No, mind your business. Go over there. Mind your business. Oh, you want to state your opinion about what you heard? We're not going to hear it. You know why, guys? Because they're not in our goddamn space. But you know why we can hear everything and see because they're here. So as long as women are around, we have to make them matter. We have to. We can't have women around and say, oh, you don't matter. That's stupid. You can't do that to women. You have to make them count. And once you say you're a part of this, what do most women do? Oh, I can do it with you. Oh, I want this. I want this. I want this. Come on, y'all. I'm talking to the men. Come on. Why are we sitting here acting like we don't know? We really don't know women, man. What's up, Brownie? Good to see you, sweetheart. Justin Pinkard says, Justin Pinkard, excuse me. I appreciate the super chat. He says something for the collection plate. Respect. Respect, Justin. Salute. JT, salute JT Devereaux. Salute. Women not going to let you. Right. They not. Come on. Black male unity doesn't include female help. Shout out to my brother, the intellectual novice. Facts. 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 Come on now. Come on now. We know how women are. I could work with you. Come on. I could go to work with you. Okay, I want this for lunch. I'm gonna order some pizza for lunch. I want a big breakfast from McDonald's. I want Doritos for a snack. This is how women are. And then as men, when we trying to focus on business and building, the first thing we're gonna do when women get like that, okay. You see? Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all just saw that reaction, right? I want pizza for lunch. I want Dunkin' Donuts. We like, oh, I thought this woman came here to goddamn work with me. This is men. I thought she wanted to help. She want to eat. So she got to eat a whole big breakfast before she start helping. Then she done ate the big breakfast. Now she's sleepy. Oh, I didn't really sleep last night. They start making excuses. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. Oh, I got the itis. That food was good. It's 9:30 in the morning. She got the itis. She got the itis. It's 9:30. Oh. What's up, Kari? Oh. First thing we do. I thought I did come to help. I'm saying though, you ain't gotta say it like that. Now, in our heads, we like, why did we bring this woman here? Why is she here? So, because she ready to go to sleep, and I want to hold her accountable for her saying she want to come help me, now I don't need to say it like that. Because she's sleepy. Y'all see this shit? See why we need to keep them out of our space? Niggas start catching anxiety. Because if she not hungry, she got to pee. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. If she not hungry, Curly, you know, if she not hungry, she got to pee. I got to pee. She peeing, but you hear her scrolling on Instagram playing videos and reels. She got to pee. But she claimed she came to help you. It's 10 o'clock now. She ain't even start helping. She ain't even put her goddamn gloves on. She didn't even put her gloves on. Come on. She didn't even put her gloves on, Fierce Soul. It's 10:30 in the morning. She done ate, pissed, farted, dozed off. Still ain't help you. Still did not help you. Because see, what they really want when they want to be around you while you working, they just want to keep you company, nigga. They don't want to do no work. They're there to watch you work. They're there to be nosy. They're there to watch your process, how you think, how you go about things. That's how women are. That's their nature. Especially if you a guy that she could watch do shit. She could watch think and write stuff down, and they're intrigued by that. She not trying to do it. See, this what you niggas failed to realize. They ain't trying to talk about no fucking red pills. They're not trying to talk about that. They don't care about no passport, bros. They don't know what to talk about in a man's space. Y'all niggas don't get it. I thought y'all knew women, man. I thought y'all knew women. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know. Because they're not supposed to be here. What the hell would we know in their space to talk about? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about in the female space before we look suspect? Nothing. So what could they really talk about in our space but talk about us? All they could do is talk about us. That's all they could do. What these niggas might do, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, what they don't do, what they need to be doing. That's all they can talk about. What they like, what they don't like, what they had, what they don't want no more. Malarkey. In a man's world, that's malarkey. Why are they here? This is why they're not supposed to be here. Because this is why you niggas sit around and have penis measuring contests all day. There's always a penis measuring contest. Pull up, I'll knock you out. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm tougher than you. Meet me at the airport. You know why this is happening? Because women are around. Dudes will stop doing that if women wasn't around. Because who you trying to impress, homie? Because everybody else on the panel is men and we laughing at you. Because around men, that's goofy. Because in the real world of men, you don't want your op to see you coming. So I'm not telling you to pull up nowhere. And I'm not telling you where I'm going to pull up to. You see that? See, so if the women wasn't here, a lot of that goofy shit won't even be mentioned. Because who you trying to impress? Soon as you start talking that rah, rah, hoo, niggas get quiet on the panel. You hear the Wheel of Fortune sound. I mean, Jeopardy. Now that tough shit done went away. Yo, what we talking about next? This nigga trying to be tough. And we go to the next subject, and now you're sitting there look stupid, and your goofy ass drop off the panel. You see what happens when it's a man's space? We can easily solve problems like that. You see that? You get goofies out of here. Because because you know what's gonna happen? They're either gonna do two things. Either the men gonna straighten up, or we gonna run their ass out. They're gonna run off on their own because they're gonna start feeling uncomfortable saying shit that they say out their mouth. You see? When guys stop making these guys feel cool about saying and doing certain shit, it won't get done. But guys are allowing it because they know the women are watching. And it's not about the women liking it or not. They just know y'all watching. They just know y'all watching. It's a show. Look how I punked that nigga. It's a show for the women. But if the women wasn't here, who you showing off for? Who you trying to prove you tough to when you know you not? Who you trying to impress? See, when there's men around who's sitting on a panel quiet. Sitting on a panel quiet like this. Watch how quick dudes shut up. I got money. I'm this. I'm that. Watch how quick niggas shut up. But they know, oh, it's women in the chat. This is a woman's channel. I'm going to show my ass. See? I'm going to show my ass. Oz Nation TV, what's up? What's up, Queens of Virtue? Welcome to SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. You see? This is why they shouldn't be here. This is why. Because it gave the men an excuse to fuck everything up. And now that it's fucked up, they're blaming black women. You see that? You see that? But if y'all wasn't here to blame, who could they blame? Not saying that they justified in blaming y'all now, because we know it's bullshit, but they wouldn't even be able to use that. See, that's my point. See, I'm about cutting all that. I'm about cutting the slack out. I'm about cutting the excuses out. Nigga, we men. I don't want to hear that. What really happened? Why you really did it? I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. What happened? Because you know that's just how my dad dealt with me. Ain't no beating around the bush. I don't want to hear you go up the street, turn the corner, go 2 blocks down, then come back around the corner to your goddamn point. Now, it could have been. Hey, it might just be me, but that's how my father raised me. Get to the point, because when you start all that word salad, that equals bullshit in the realm of men. That equals bullshit in the realm of men. Word salad, all that extra, but, and then I didn't, and then I couldn't. See, in the realm of men, it's get to the point. Because you're lying. And the men are able to get away with shit like this. Like you got MOT. I know you're watching MOT. He jumps in the comment section of yesterday's show and tells me to drop the link so he can explain what he meant or what he means when he says that there's black men who needs to be killed. And do you know what I told him? I'm not dropping no link. Stand on your statements. You see? This is the problem. This is the problem. This is the issue here. You got men who say shit out their mouth, right? Don't qualify and clarify what they're saying. And then when there's guys there to check it, they want to come back and try to clear it up. No, you're supposed to clear it up before it come out your mouth. See, this is the problem. And you niggas think that that's okay because women are here. See, if we really was going to do this black manosphere shit and really talking about being men, a lot of you niggas are not going to be here. You're not supposed to be here. Because if we're going to implement structure, you niggas are not built to be here. There's repercussions when there's structure. That's why there's no structure here. Women love a playground. That's why they love being in the manosphere too. It's a playground for them. It's a playground. I can just go have fun. You know, today we talking shit, girl. I will curse one of these niggas out today. See, MOT, you can't clarify what you said, homie. Because what you said was something you was never supposed to say. If you in a space that promotes black male empowerment. So once you say that out your mouth, you're gone. Should have been gone. But a lot of the bullshit and the bozos was allowed to be here because once we allowed women to be here, now you can't check dudes. You cannot check dudes. Because the first thing these weak dudes are going to say, right, Kari? The first thing they're going to say is, well, how you going to check me and there's women in the space? See, men know how other men are. So you cut, you get rid of shit that they can use excuses with. That's what I'm about. See, they cannot use women to justify their bullshit behavior if they weren't here. How you gonna say something to me? Women are here. How you gonna say that to me? Won't you check these women? How they gonna say that if they not here? See that? Which then justify a nigga like MOT saying why a certain group of black men need to be killed. Because he's only talking about the men who have access and who have had children with certain women. You see? See, MOT's hatred for Pookie really stems for his deep hatred for Big Booty Keisha. That's why he hate Pookie. That's why he hate Ray Ray. See? You see? This is why we talked about the passport bros all this goddamn time. Because that concerns what? Women. You see all this bullshit? Because this is another way for guys to talk about women and not talk about what the fuck we going through. You see? And not talking about what we're going through and how we going to help each other with these issues. Because as black men, we all facing the lack of black male agency. We all facing as a collective of black men poor health conditions, homelessness issues, joblessness issues, lack of educational support, persistent barriers to wealth, the constant threat of extinction, fatherless homes. See, if women are not around, we can focus on that. If the women wasn't around, we would have been more unified because we wouldn't have had no choice but to unify. See, when men are on an island alone, there's no women, there's only us. We have no choice but to build. We have no choice but to build, but to progress. We have no choice. And that's the first issue that we have as black men, the lack of black male agency, the lack of unification amongst black men. Now, we in the space, 1,000 men deep, a couple of hundred content creators deep. We don't have no choice but to unify. We don't have no choice because we don't have no distractions. And the first thing that we won't be distracted by is sex because we don't got no women to look at. See that? So we would have stayed focused on unifying as men with only men being in the space. See, we don't have to worry about the women. Let them watch. Let them watch us unify. That's what they're supposed to do. Watch us. You see? But we're not focused on what we need to be focused on. Free My Grandma says women should be addressing women only and vice versa. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's good, Splash? Kari says, I don't see why MOT, SKC, and the others like them who have Asian women are even in this space talking about black relationships anyway. They made it their choice and it's not their problem anymore. Absolutely. Absolutely. But they talk about it because they married those women or dealt with those women out of spite, Kari, to try to spite black women. And all it did was get their feelings hurt even more. Oz Nation TV says, I don't know, DS1. It's just for YouTube, bro. Is it just for YouTube? I'm suspicious of men-only movements. It don't just have to be for YouTube, but it can start here. It can start here. It's called social activism. This is how what's homegirl name? Amber Rose fueled her slut walk. She used social media. So we can do the same thing. We can use our platforms as leverage. That's the purpose of having these platforms. And look how I'm in here explaining this to women. Y'all don't see the problem? I just had to explain that to a woman. If I'm not mistaken, Oz Nation TV is a woman. This is my point. What's good, Bucket? Dion in the building. Salute, bro. Chris the Rebel. What's up, Chris? Yes, I'm a woman. I thought so. Why am I explaining that to a woman? Not saying that I feel any type of way explaining it to you, Oz Nation, but it's the proof of my whole show. There's no, if you have suspicion on men only movements, that should have stayed suspicious to you. Because it should be of none of your concern. But you're here. So I can't say, oh, I'm not going to explain it to you. You see what I'm saying? When that's something sacred amongst the men. Would I look like asking the women, well, why y'all got only women movements? Would I look like doing that? That's not my concern. But we've allowed the women to come here and to make our business their concern. By what? By putting them here and making them a part of our goddamn business. You see? When if we would have stayed focused on our shit and dealt with our shit and kept our shit in house. Come on, man. Come on. Come on now. And this is what I want brothers to understand. It's not about getting mad now and telling women, oh, y'all don't need to be in here. This is a man's space. Now you sound goofy because they're here now. And y'all have already accepted them. Y'all have already supported them, not only with your time, but your finances. Y'all men don't have a problem going over there and supporting those ladies over there at the breakdown. And keep supporting them. Keep supporting Danica Marie. Keep supporting Kendra. Keep supporting them. I'm not telling y'all to stop. But don't turn around and say, oh, why they in a men's space? Nigga, go look at your Cash App. Nigga, go look in your bank account and see how many times you done sent super chats and who you done sent them to. Because I watch you niggas give all your goddamn money to the women more than you give to the men. So don't ask why they here, nigga. Don't ask why. Go look at your receipt and see who you sent it to. And keep sending it. Because like I always tell them women, get your money. Keep getting your money. But you niggas can't complain about the same shit you created. Because that's what happened. Splash says we should be supporting each other without having to take over the conversation on other respective sides. I agree. Can we be here to learn though? Yes. Yes, y'all can be here to learn. That is why I suggested that you guys be on the outside and watch. You can learn by watching and listening. Sure can. Queens of Virtue. Anuel Ray, salute. Sure can. You can watch and listen. Watch, listen, and learn. But to actually be here, that was totally unnecessary. But that decision was made by a man, and it had nothing to do with y'all. And I understand that. And that's what I want to explain today to get the men to understand. Get off these women backs. Stop blaming them for shit. Y'all done used them and abused them enough. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They done trust you weird, soft, coward niggas. Because you niggas had numbers. And now they see that y'all not real. Leave them alone, man. Y'all niggas created this issue. Now clean it up. If not, shut up. Shut up. Because this ain't never have to be an issue for us. If you'd have got out your ego, little nigga. If you'd have got out your ego, Manuel Jordan. If you'd have got out your ego, Obsidian. If you'd have got out of your ego, O'Shea. All little guys. Get out your egos, man. Y'all egos is taller than y'all. Niggas need to relax. That's why this shit fucked up. That's why. It's not the women's fault, it's our fault. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. Splash says they wanted women in their space just to keep an eye on them. Small D energy. To keep an eye on them. That's a good point, Splash. That's a good point. Real talk. Kari says women in this space was a failed experiment. Absolutely, Kari. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's so true, Kari. Gotta have discernment to understand. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you'll never get to that free my grandma. These men will never get to discernment with that ego blocking them. Like I said, their egos is taller than them. And ego is what has destroyed the space. Because ego, for the most part, is what destroys most men. An unchecked ego. It destroyed all the movements, all the male movements. Destroys them all. Because that is one of the downfalls of men in general, their ego. Their ego. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everyone. If you haven't yet, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. If y'all enjoyed the show and y'all would like to donate, the Cash App is going across the screen along with the Venmo and the PayPal. So I appreciate all the love and the support. Miss Queen says, women came to the space to avoid being held accountable by other women. That's a different conversation. Oh, yeah, that is. And that's the conversation that y'all need to have. Hey, if you listening, Sister George, that's a good conversation that y'all may need to have on a breakdown. Y'all may need to have that conversation on a breakdown. That'll be a good conversation. So shout out to everyone. If you donated monetarily, I appreciate it. Via Cash App, via Super Chat, shout out to you. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like button, hit that share button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Shout out to everyone. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.